Okay, let's talk about maybe the single most valuable skill you can develop for your career, the one thing that really accelerates how people see you.
Yeah, we're talking about public speaking and persuasion,
Right.
the ability to present with real power.
Exactly. And today we're doing a deep dive based on some really solid sources, drawing heavily from Brian Tracy's work on powerful presentation.
Right, we've dug into it to pull out the most, tactical stuff, not just theory, but what you can actually do to communicate effectively to really shift outcomes.
So our mission here, it's pretty straightforward. Give you the shortcut. We want to nail down, okay, what's key for preparation? How do you really beat that presentation fear?
And what are those sort of psychological triggers that boost your influence, whether you're talking to a big room or just a few people?
And the big promise, the payoff here, it's kind of amazing.
It really is. The sources point to this dual benefit. First, the obvious one. You speak well, people just, well, they assume you're more talented, smarter overall. It's like an instant upgrade to your perceived value.
But there's a deeper thing too, right? An internal benefit.
Yeah, and that's the planning itself.
Yeah.
The process of structuring your thoughts,
Yeah.
organizing arguments, practicing. It actually forces your brain to work harder, better,
Like a muscle.
exactly like a muscle. Your thinking gets sharper every time you prepare to be persuasive.
Mm-hmm. And there's a great story in the source material that shows this perfectly.
Oh, yeah, the shy businessman,
Oh.
classic example. This guy, always avoiding the spotlight, getting passed over.
Right. But he decided, okay, I need to fix this. He decides he's going to learn how to speak effectively.
So he joins Toastmasters, and they use this method, systematic desensitization.
Sounds technical.
It does, but it's simple, really. It's just facing the fear gradually. Little speeches, low stakes, again and again. Practice over panic, basically.
Until the fear just kind of dissolves.
Pretty much. And because he put in that work,
Mm-hmm.
when an opportunity popped up unexpectedly,
A partner got sick, right? He had to step in.
yep, last minute, crucial presentation to a big client. And because he trained, he nailed it. Just completely nailed the proposal.
He was excellent.
So good, the client president actually called the office just to praise the presentation, said how persuasive it was.
Wow. And the result for him.
Promoted twice, landed right on the senior management track, all from that one decision to learn, followed by, discipline practice.
Right.
That's the kind of power we're getting at.
Okay, so we understand the potential impact. But none of that works if the message itself doesn't actually persuade people. What really sells an idea?
Yeah, let's dig into the foundation. It goes way back, actually.
Aristotle.
You got it. The classic triad. You need all three woven together if you want real influence.
Okay, lay them out for us.
First, logos. That's the logic, the words, the reasons, your actual argument.
Makes sense.
Second, ethos. That's you. Your character, your credibility, your believability. Do they trust you?
Okay, logic and credibility. What's the third?
Pathos. The emotion. And honestly, this might be the most important one for getting people to act.
What is that?
Because decisions aren't purely logical. If you want someone to buy or agree or change behavior, you have to connect emotionally. Hit that part of the brain that actually makes the call.
Right, and this ties into that modern research, doesn't it? The Morabian studies. The numbers are just wild.
They really are staggering. Prepare yourself. If you give, say, a 10-minute talk,
Yeah.
how much impact comes from the actual words you chose?
I'm guessing. Not as much as I think.
Try 7%. Just 7%.
7? Seriously, that's tiny. So 93% of the message isn't even the words.
Nope. It suggests we've been focusing on the wrong thing maybe for a long time.
Okay, so where does the rest come from?
Okay, 38% is your tone of voice, how you sound. And the biggest chunk, 55%, a full 55%, is body language,
Right.
how you look, your posture, gestures.
Wow, so you could have perfect logic, perfect logos, but if you look defensive or sound bored?
Your ethos and pathos just tank. Your message dies right there.
Okay, so immediate action item. Fix the nonverbals. What's the simplest thing people get wrong that kills that 93%?
It almost sounds too basic, but here it is. Slow down, pause,
Mm-hmm.
and smile. Smile between points, even between sentences.
Smile. Even if I'm talking about serious business data, won't that seem off?
No, because smiling does something psychologically. It radiates warmth. It makes the audience relax subconsciously. They see you as less of a threat, more likable.
And that makes them more open to the message itself.
Exactly. It's a quick hack that improves both your body language and your vocal tone instantly.
Okay, that makes sense. Which leads us straight into preparation. The sources are really clear on this. Preparation is like 90% of your success.
It's massive. It's the foundation. Remember that Hemingway quote, adaptation.
Hmm.
Read and research 100 words for every word you speak.
Right. If you haven't done the deep work, people can tell. They sense it.
Yeah, your credibility, your ethos just plummets. And that prep starts with flipping your focus. It's not about you.
It's about them, the audience.
Yeah.
You need to do your homework on who they are.
Absolutely. Basic stuff first. Age, job, education level. Are they engineers needing data? Or arts grads wanting a story?
But it goes deeper than just demographics, right? You mentioned the emotional context.
Critically important.
Mm-hmm.
You need to figure out their goals, their hopes, and crucially, their fears related to your topic.
Give me an example.
Okay, say you're presenting a new software rollout. You need to know if the audience is secretly afraid it'll make their jobs obsolete. If you don't address that fear, they won't hear anything else you say.
And the timing matters, too. The sources warn about context, like if the company just had layoffs.
Oh yeah, you walk in with some upbeat growth message, forget it. They're sitting there thinking, am I next? Your message just bounces off. The current reality dictates everything.
So once you've done that research, you understand them. Then you structure the talk. The sources suggest a really simple model.
Super simple, works for almost any length. 3 parts. 1, tell them what you're going to tell them. That's the opening.
2, tell them the main body, maybe 3 key points.
And 3, tell them what you told them. The summary, the conclusion. It gives clarity, repetition, makes it stick.
I like that. Simple and effective. But those key points in the middle, they can't just be dry facts. How do you make them persuasive? That's where PRP comes in.
Ah, the PRP formula.
Mm.
Yeah, this is maybe the handiest tool for making any single point land effectively. Gives each point its own mini structure.
Okay, break it down for us. P.
P is point of view. State your idea clearly, like decentralized skills are key now.
Uh,
R is reasons, give support. Because formal education lags, automation demands new skills. Something like that.
E.
Example, make it real, make it relatable. Maybe use that stat about self-made millionaires using self-taught skills. Illustrate the point.
Got it. And the final P.
Restate the point of view. Just drive it home one more time. So, continuous self-directed learning is vital. You structure each point like that, PREP. Nothing gets lost. They see it from all sides.
All right, moving from the planning stage to actually being on the platform, delivery, and tackling that fear, the nervousness that hits so many people.
Yeah, it's huge. But remember, even the greats started nervous. Demosthenes, the Greek orator, apparently started with a stutter, practiced shouting at the sea with pebbles in his mouth.
Wow. So it takes work. The 4 Ds.
The 4 Ds. Desire, decision, discipline, and determination. You have to want it, decide to do it, practice consistently, and stick with it.
Okay, but what about right before, like minutes before you go on stage? How do you get your head right?
Good question. Mental mastery right before is key. The sources give us 3 really powerful techniques. First, verbalize.
Just talk to yourself.
Yeah, literally say, I like myself over and over. Sounds maybe a bit cheesy, but it works. Boost self-esteem right when you need it.
Okay, what else?
Second, actualize. Visualization. This one's a game changer.
How does that work?
You mentally rehearse. Play a movie in your head of you giving an amazing talk, see the audience responding well, do this 10, 20 times.
And the brain buys it.
Your subconscious can't really tell the difference between vivid visualization and reality. So when you walk out, your brain thinks, oh yeah, I've done this successfully loads of times.
Yeah.
Reduces the panic.
Okay, that's cool. And physically, anything to do in the room.
Definitely. Check the room beforehand, arrive early, walk the stage, touch the lectern, and really important, greet people as they come in. Shake some hands.
Why does that help?
Familiarity. Suddenly it's not a sea of strangers. You feel like you're, as the source puts it, among friends. Much less intimidating.
Makes sense. And the final piece, breathing, that 7 by 7 by 7 thing.
Your physiological reset button. Inhale for 7 seconds, hold for 7, exhale slowly for 7. Repeat it 7 times.
And that calms you down.
Forces your nervous system out of fight or flight. Brings you into that calmer alpha brain state.
Yeah.
Stops the adrenaline overload.
Okay, so you're calm, you're ready, now you got to start strong. The art of the open. How do you grab them immediately?
2 great techniques mentioned. 1, a shocking statement. Something that jolts them.
Like a statistic.
Yeah, like 72% of you will be doing something totally different in 2 years if you don't adapt. Something that makes them sit up and think, whoa, what?
Okay. And the other technique?
Ask a question. Or do a quick survey. How many people here are self-employed? Or who feels ready for the AI shift?
Why does asking a question work so well?
Simple power dynamic. The person asking the questions is controlling the conversation. You grab their attention immediately because people are wired to respond, even internally. You take charge right away.
Good point. Quick pivot, though, PowerPoint. We have to mention the death by PowerPoint warning.
Oh, absolutely. It's a huge trap. Remember, slides are props.
Yeah.
You are the presentation.
So the rule.
The sources are adamant, the 5x5 rule. No more than 5 lines per slide and no more than 5 words per line, max.
Any more than that, and
they're reading the slide, not listening to you. Message lost. Keep it visual, minimal text. It supports you. It doesn't replace you.
Okay, that covers the big stage stuff. But what about smaller settings? The sources stress how important speaking well in meetings is, right? Even just with 2 or 3 people.
Hugely important. Maybe even more important for your career long term. Supervisors are constantly watching how you communicate, how you handle yourself in those small group interactions. That's where promotion decisions often get made. Subtly.
Continuous assessment.
Exactly. And negotiation skills come into play here too, like the law of 4 that lawyers use for big deals.
Law of 4? What's that?
It means before you even go into the negotiation, you identify the 4 main obstacles, the 4 key issues or concerns you absolutely have to address to get the deal done.
So you anticipate the roadblocks.
Precisely. Maybe it's price, delivery time, support, and integration ease.
Yeah.
You research those 4, prepare your arguments and answers beforehand. You're proactive, not just reactive.
Turns negotiation into prep work. Smart. But underlying all this, presenting or negotiating, the core psychological trick seems to be making the other person feel important.
That's the secret sauce right there. You absolutely nailed it. Everyone has that fundamental need. And this brings us to the 6 A's. These are like psychological tools you can use.
6 A's. Okay, let's hear them. All about validation.
Totally. You've got acceptance, making them feel valued just as they are. Appreciation, genuine thanks for their time or effort. Admiration, sincere praise for something they've done well.
Okay. Acceptance, appreciation, admiration.
Then approval, validating their ideas or feelings. Attention, this is a big one. Really listening deeply without interrupting, showing they have your full focus.
That makes 5. What's the last A?
The final one is agreement, finding points you can genuinely agree on. But what if you disagree? Which happens all the time in business.
Right. How do you challenge an idea using these principles? You can't just say, that's wrong.
No, that violates acceptance and approval. You use what the source calls third-party disagreement. You buffer it.
How does that sound in practice? Give me an example.
Instead of, I think raising costs now is a bad idea, you might say something like, that's an interesting point about boosting revenue. How would we address the concern that, say, a skeptical analyst might raise about margin pressure given what happened during our last expansion?
So you put the criticism onto a hypothetical outsider.
Exactly. You challenge the idea, not the person. It preserves their sense of importance while still allowing for robust discussion. Clever, right?
Okay, so wrapping up this deep dive. The big takeaway seems to be that speaking well, persuading effectively, it's not magic. It's a skill.
Totally learnable. Like driving a car or playing guitar. Anyone can get better.
The difference between being great and being, well, not so great, it just comes down to practice, that deep preparation we talked about, and using these professional techniques.
Yeah, things like the PRP formula, managing the room's environment, sound, light, temperature, it all adds up. Your influence goes directly with your willingness to prepare and practice.
And remember that closing rule. Always ask yourself before you speak, what's the one thing I want them to do after hearing this? Focus everything on that single action.
Right. And building on that core idea from the 6 A's, that deep human need to feel important, here's something for you, the listener, to try. A final thought.
Go on.
Think about your very next conversation, maybe at work tomorrow. Pick just one of those 6 A's. Maybe focus really hard on giving someone your undivided attention. Or find a genuine reason to offer admiration for something a colleague did.
Just one A.
Just one. And watch what happens. See how the dynamic shifts. When you consciously work to make someone else feel important, you might be surprised at how much your own influence, your own personal power increases almost instantly.
A powerful place to start. Go practice.